The skies over Ukraine lit up with fire, sirens, and devastation. Russia had just launched one of the largest aerial assaults of the entire war, an unprecedented strike that showcased not only brute force, but strategic calculation. The stars of the operation? None other than the Tu-95 MS Bear, a relic of the Cold War, now flying with a modern purpose. So, how did it unfold? What role did the Tu-95 play? And why is this ancient bomber still Russia's deadliest tool in modern warfare? Here is the answer. In the early hours of June 29, 2025, Ukraine had seen air raids before, but nothing on this scale. Russia initiated a full-spectrum assault involving 477 drones and 60 missiles. This was not a localized attack, it was nationwide. From Kyiv to Lviv, from Zaporizhzhia to Rivne, the entire country was under siege. The aerial strike was launched in waves. 3 Tu-95 MS bombers took off from Olenya airfield in the remote Murmansk region. Armed with Kh-101 and Kh-55 cruise missiles. At the same time, MiG-31K jets launched from Savaslyka Air Base in Nizhny Novgorod, carrying the feared Kinzhal hypersonic missiles. And that was just the beginning. Russia also unleashed Shahed kamikaze drones and Iskander ballistic missiles, saturating Ukrainian air defenses and targeting military installations, power plants, and even civilian structures. Even NATO felt the ripple. Poland scrambled jets and activated air defense systems, reacting to the proximity of the attack. This wasn't just a strike. It was an escalation, massive, calculated, and brutal. This isn't the first time we've brought up Tu-95, to be honest. Still, it's worth a quick refresher on what it's all about. So, why did Russia put the Tu-95 at the center of this massive operation? Because despite its age, the Tu-95 is still one of the most versatile strategic bombers in existence. Nicknamed the Bear, this 4-engine turboprop bomber can carry up to 15,000 kilograms of ordnance and travel a staggering 15,000 kilometers without refueling. Originally introduced in the 1950s, this aircraft wasn't supposed to survive the Cold War, yet it's outlived generations of fighters and now spearheads 21st century warfare. The Tu-95 MS variant used in this strike is no relic. It's been modernized with new avionics, satellite navigation, electronic warfare suites, and compatibility with Russia's deadliest long-range weapons. And that brings us to its primary weapon, the Kh-101 cruise missile. Launched from hundreds or even thousands of kilometers away, this missile can fly low, hug the terrain, and evade most radar systems. It has pinpoint accuracy, and in this case, was used to strike deep into Ukrainian territory, far from the front lines. Together with the Tu-95, the Kh-101 forms a strike platform that's terrifyingly efficient. No need to enter enemy airspace. No need to risk pilot lives. Just unleash and disappear. That's what makes the Tu-95 so dangerous. Range, resilience, and payload. The June 29th assault was textbook combined arms warfare. Strategic bombers provided deep strike capability. MiG-31K jets delivered hypersonic shock and awe. Drones filled the sky, confusing radar systems. And Iskander missiles slammed into key infrastructure. The result? Precision chaos. In Cherkasy, Lviv, and Zaporizhzhia, fires erupted across industrial zones. Power plants and logistics hubs were hit, and explosions echoed through city centers. A Ukrainian F-16 pilot was lost while intercepting incoming missiles. And while air defense systems managed to shoot down several drones and missiles, casualties still occurred. At least 3 people were injured in Cherkasy alone. Even more alarming was the economic impact. This strike wasn't just about inflicting damage, it was about paralyzing Ukraine's logistics, energy grid, and war production. Western analysts quickly noted the precision of the targets and the psychological effect. This wasn't a random barrage. It was designed to test Ukraine's defenses, stretch NATO's nerves, and remind the world of Russia's long-range reach. And at the center of it all, the unmistakable hum of a Tu-95's propellers. To counter the June 29th wave, Ukraine activated a nationwide air defense alert, scrambling fighter aircraft and launching interceptors from Patriot, NASAMS, S-300, and Iris-T systems. Western-supplied systems, particularly the U.S. Patriot batteries, were crucial in intercepting high-speed targets like the Kinzhal hypersonic missile, something few countries can claim. In previous strikes, Ukraine even managed to shoot down Kinzhals using coordinated radar and missile defense layers. Now let's put the Tu-95 in context. Realizing the immense threat posed by Russia's long-range bombers, Ukraine hasn't stood idle. In a high-risk, high-reward operation earlier this year, Ukrainian forces launched a drone strike deep into Russian territory, targeting the Engels Air Base, one of Russia's most important strategic bomber hubs. The result? Multiple Tu-95 MS bombers were damaged, and satellite imagery later confirmed that at least one was completely destroyed in the aftermath. This was a rare, symbolic win for Ukraine, a demonstration that even Russia's deepest airfields were no longer safe. But the impact, while notable, didn't cripple Russia's capabilities. Within days, other Tu-95s were back in the air, launching cruise missiles as part of retaliatory missions. The Engels strike may have been a warning, but it wasn't a deterrent. Instead, it forced Russia to adapt by expanding patrol routes, reinforcing perimeter defenses, and relocating bombers to more remote airfields like Olenia and Ukrainka, still within striking range of Ukraine. So yes, Ukraine can land a blow, but the strategic dominance of the Tu-95 lies not just in its firepower, but in its numbers, mobility, and ability to launch missiles from thousands of kilometers away. Even after taking a hit, the bear still flies. So, that's all for today. Thanks for watching.